Well, I guess we can start framing up the idea of what we're trying to do here while I'm climbing up and down like a fool on the side of the building. Now this can be done anywhere, so we'll continue this again on Xbox when I pick up the stream again. If we're not streaming Star Citizen. Star Citizen, by the way, BioLaser, wink wink, nudge nudge, 3.7's coming out probably today or tomorrow. But anyways, advanced building techniques. Now I know on PlayStation and Xbox we're in 105 and PC. And again, don't be alarmed, PlayStation, if it says 104, it's really 105. I know building is it's useful, but it's not where it should be yet, right? Like, it's not like a Rust or an Arc, right? As far as offering some form of protection. It's very easy to knock things down. So you have to keep that in mind. So, and maybe I need to say it, it's not the best idea to keep your good loot in the base if you're signing out, because the likelihood of somebody finding it and stealing it is very, very high. I would highly recommend stashing things off base. Again, I've got a video on that in my DayZ highlights playlist. I think I have it highlighted here, don't I? Don't I? There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Loot stash guide. Right there. Yeah, and honestly, the best place to hide your loot is on another character, if you can do it. But bases still have their uses. If you're going around a city like this, and you're trying to get looted, it's a good place to centralize your loot, kind of bring it back, sort through it, and then move it, especially if you have a vehicle. And in some cases, it can be a good defense or deterrent towards other players. Now, if you've got the cheese to pull this off and the manpower, it can be worth it. And there's a couple of techniques that I've seen. Some that I've just made up, and maybe other people have done it. And some of them I've actually seen other people do, which I'm like, wow, that's cool. So let's try to mix them together. Now, this location isn't exactly stellar. This is more of find a location that's like this, that has one entry point, or at least a ladder entry point, because you can really control what's going up and down. Now, I haven't tried it in this location exactly, so I'm hoping it works the way I think it does here. But if it doesn't, I know it works on apartment building tops, some construction sites, anything that has a ladder access to the top, this will work. There's definitely a caveat to it, because you must keep a character at the top, because if it's a one-way entry and you've got this blocked off and somehow your character gets worked, I don't know if you can get back up. So have at least an alternate signed out up in that location to kind of do base control or damage control. Okay, so, and maybe some people have thought of this, but let me move this little guy. But if they have, I have not seen it online anywhere. And even if it exists somewhere, that's okay too. Alright, so let me see. The wall's going to open to the left. In this case, it doesn't matter. We actually just want to cover it. Now, if you're on the console, PlayStation, Xbox, to rotate, obviously you don't have a mouse wheel, so is it up or down on the, I think it's up on the D-pad. It's either up or down. I think it's up. We'll rotate your fence kit. Now, as long as there's no obstruction here, we should be able to wreck this and stick the poles down at the same time. You know what's crazy is I don't think I've got the wood on my character. Yikes. Okay, so we're going to attach the logs, which you saw us cut down earlier. Pretty self-explanatory. And let me go grab the planks. Now, this is obviously most useful, or actually, you could do this with just a straight fence, because I think this will block you. But if you have barbed wire, this will also work. I am not fortunate enough or rich enough in the apocalypse to have barbed wire quite yet, so we're gonna use our imagination, kids. Yep. This is exactly get gear and kill those who would kill you. Yes, the trust should be very limited in this game because people will try to clap your cheeks. It's a thing. Okay. I'm sorry, I thought I had all the wood and stuff in there, but I don't. Can I just straight combine? Good, good, good. Okay, that'll work. We don't need much. Let me make sure I have nails. I don't want to have to climb back up again. So we got this and pliers. Good. So I think a lot of the building techniques right now that can work are not only locations like this, but they're not glitches and they're not exploits, but you're kind of utilizing the build system as it stands now to at least give you some form of fortification. Now, obviously, in any game, Rust, Ark, Conan, DayZ, honeycombing, creating multiple layers of anything is always good. And don't assume that's just going to keep people out, because it's not. It's more about stalling somebody to getting to your location. So you'll hear them, see them, or it takes them so long to get there they either burn through their resources, or you will see them by the time they get to you. But I still think as it stands right now, the best way to hide vehicles and everything else is in the woods. Or in the woods in a car tent with camo netting on top. It's pretty nice. Okay, hopefully we have everything if I'm not a bad kid. You know what? Let me slide this over one. Because I think this works the way I think it does. Or if this works the way I think it does, we should be able to see it right here. I'm going to slide it up just a little bit. Okay, my fence kit is right there. I know that proximity is super tight now, right? Like, as far as the radius. Alright, this should work. Even the beginning of this game, when it was new, no instructions, no manual. Yeah, it's kind of the allure, though, that it's so hard that you just kind of have to piece it together, and it is what it is. Oh, wow, so I'm not even seeing that. It's actually in this. Okay. I don't think that'll mess us up. I hope it... Can I at least... Okay, I can at least see the base. There we go. I hope I don't lose this, man. We're sitting here trying to do an instructional thing, and it's like, I lose it inside. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this in other places, but if you make a... It's like, okay. It's ringing in my ear. Dope. Come on, put it down. There we go. Now, I want to say we're going to need to actually construct the frame for this. I hope I have enough nails. I think I do. Okay, attach and hatchet that can be used as a hammer. Lower frame. We're just going to do the outer frame, or lower and upper frame. Not the upper wall, or wooden wall. Okay, there we go. Upper frame. So, obviously the things you need are things for a fence kit, so it would be 2 wooden logs, planks. It's already getting messed up. Planks, nails, metal wire, and pliers. Now, if you can get barbed wire, that's ideal. Honestly, with the way things are working right now, if you are lucky enough to get any of those, just start to stockpile them. Kind of like lockpicks. You always want to stockpile those, especially if you've got a lot of alternates. And obviously you want to space it out whenever you can. So we're taking the metal wire, attaching it here, boop, 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 and I don't know if I have... I'm trying to do this pretty universally because this should work on just as easily for Xbox and PlayStation as it does on PC. Okay, so building the gate, I have pliers in my hand. Okay, so if you had barbed wire right now, you can place the barbed wire here, and then stick it on the bottom portion, and then open the gate straight up. Oh, you know what? Do I want to open the gate? Because I think I might have I actually need all the rest of this stuff. Did I just lock myself up here like a dummy? I think I might have. Oh, jeez. Anyways, the idea is you place barbed wire here so they can't actually get up. Now, what I was going to show you, but now I'm afraid to, is if I open this up, having this giant, because it's going to open at a 90-degree angle almost, so it's going to go straight out, and it's going to cover the top of the ladder, then they can't get up. And same with the barbed wire. Not only is it going to block that position, but it's going to start to cut them, and there's no way to pull it off because you are on the ladder animation. So that's what I mean by when you do this, have at least one character that's alternate that's signed out up here. Now, okay, so obviously there's another ladder point here, but if there wasn't, or if you had another fence kit over here with the same idea, nobody can get up then. There's a few apartment buildings that are like that as well, where you can just open the gate on top or place the barbed wire, and then you're good. I kind of want to do it. You know what? 44 is enough. Now it should block us from walking. There you go. See how I just blocked it? Excellent. Now what's even better is you can just take the metal wire off the frame, and then you just rinse repeat. I think we still need pliers in our hand to do this. Can I get... Okay, there we go. Dismantle gate. Excellent. Bingo. I always try to keep pliers around and space them out whenever I can because they're just so good. Alright, let's go try this on the other side. Watch, I actually go right through it like a dummy. I'll be like, well, there goes that idea, but at least you can stick barbed wire on there if this other one has been fixed. I'm pretty sure it keeps it there. Yeah. Try to catch up on chat while I'm walking down. Yay, yay. My pants look like they're ruined. Almost. Almost 100% wet. I'm a little afraid to do this because it might throw me off the ladder entirely. What's up? Orlando says, Jade Monkey, what's up? Well, I can tell you right now, if we get thrown off, we're going right to the Livonia tour. So you're like, oh man, I got wasticated. This is probably the worst place to do this now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, see, it's gonna bump me off. I don't want to do it anymore because it's actually gonna knock me off. Now, even if this was closed and you didn't have the barbed wire, the fence, the metal wire for the fence, you could put the barbed wire there, and that's devastation because you're locked on the ladder. You cannot do anything else. You can't do vicinity. You can't use your pliers, so it's impossible to take it off. So it works in this place, although this isn't a great location, but it can work in other spots that have this type of pattern to it where you can cap the top almost completely, or entirely if you have more than one fence kit. And it should work right now, and it should work in the future as well. So we're talking PlayStation, Xbox versions 1.05. Really, it's 1.04 for PlayStation, and we're talking today is October 10th, and this should work probably for future versions all the way through 2019, and probably even beyond that. But let's go on this other side and see if we can... Now, this other little piece I found, I saw somebody else do, and BioLaser pointed it out to me that on somebody else's base that we were stealing their stuff from. It's an interesting... Looks useful. Very, very useful. It says what? It says, so you can't leave it open when you just log off. Yes. You have to make it in such a way where you can actually reach it. So you could actually take the fence kit and put it in a little bit further, so then you could close it. Yeah. No, you actually can throw it through windows. Alright, this is the other one we saw. And this one's quite useful. We do find a lot of these wire meshes. And what stinks is when you have them like this, and you place it, man, that scared me. And you place it on a surface, you can't fill it up, right? Because it's not on the dirt. But this one was already filled. And then if you have a large container like a sea chest that's 100, you can actually just pick it up directly. Look at my hand. So the wire mesh is filled, or it should still be filled. I hope so. Yes. And then it, since it fits in the container, you just walk up on it and you have an activation button. And it just fits in the box. So you can stack stuff like that. What? What? Pretty sick. Yeah, pretty awesome. I'll show you how we fill them up. Since I had to push from Northwest Airfield, stick to Vibor last night, drank the wrong cooking pot with raw meat in it. It happens. Yeah, picking this up. Now, I have a feeling that whatever this is, it's going to be patched, kind of like the heart emote when you can move around, which is useful. But as you can see, it's been patched out quite a few times for other objects, but it hasn't quite been caught for everything yet. So let me just show you this. So when we actually, I think I can still unfill this, right? No? Maybe not. Oh, there we go, empty. Whoa. That was weird. That was really weird. There it goes. It's like the animation was stuck? Odd. Best way to get food, BK133 and go hunt wolves for some real food. Yup. Cooking food definitely helps. Okay, it should be empty. It's on its side. Just for the sheer fact that you can fill it up and just move it is nice. Now, it's always going to be on its side, which sucks. But at least you can stack them. There we go, fill it up. Garden beforehand. Push to the pups. Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, see? Same thing. Once you have a container that's big enough, you're good to go. And you just hit F, which would be what on the Xbox? X? And is that triangle on PlayStation? I think so. Anyways, you can just pick it right up. Good to go. So we'll be continuing and applying these advanced building techniques and doing some more of it later on this evening, especially if the Star Citizen update isn't out yet. And if it is, we'll just pick it up in the morning. What's today? Thursday? We'll pick it up Friday morning. And then I know I'm tapped out for the weekend for the most part, but I think Sunday night we should be back in the thick of it. So again, if you found it useful, be sure to drop a like. And if you guys are talking about different things you want to see for building or have comments, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And again, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, you'll get notifications for both live streams and for videos, as I do post daily DayZ highlights, or daily DayZ videos in my DayZ highlights playlist. Wow, that is a tongue twister. And a lot of other games. We'll be giving Star Citizen some love, and hopefully Minecraft in the very near future, doing Agrarian Skies. It's been requested. So yeah, on to Livonia stuff.